Hello, I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
And we are Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux out of Hickson, Tennessee. This is kind of our McKays finds video. Yeah. Okay, for anybody who doesn't know, we're local to East Ridge, Tennessee, and McKays Used Books are just north of us, right off the Interstate 75, just kind of northeast of Chattanooga, a little bit north of Hamilton Place Mall. Really neat place if you want to go find like used DVDs, used books. They have an extensive traded in comic book collection, vinyl records, CDs, holy crap, action figures, cameras,
gaming consoles,
tablets.
I mean, they even
video
have
games.
like everything from Atari to PlayStation 4. As far as video games are concerned.
Yeah.
They have everything there.
Everything.
Every kind of book you would ever want.
Posters,
CDs, tapes, you name it.
They have tapes?
Yes, they have cassette tapes.
I did not know that.
But when you go upstairs, instead of going to the right,
They're on a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
On the left.
Never mind, I've seen them. Okay, yes. But yeah, what we did is we went today and we went yesterday. A couple of stops. We actually went yesterday. I was trying to find a copy of Grand Theft Auto 5. And when they didn't have it, their turnaround on their product is so great that I saved my credit. We took a few things down there today, hoping, hey, maybe today they have Grand Theft Auto 5. Because if you go every day, you're going to see
find something different.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I went today and I was like, well, if they don't have Grand Theft Auto 5, I'll get like Ark Survival. If they don't have Ark, I might get like, something else. Who knows? But I was wanting to get a video game. They ended up not having anything I wanted, which is rare. But I ended up finding a bunch of stuff I did want. Because, holy crap, like, you're always going to find something you want.
Yes, there's always going to be something there. That's why sometimes I have to tell Lonnie, unless you got stuff to trade, we ain't going. Because we can't go and not spend money.
Yeah.
Period.
So, anyway, show them your book first. This was $1.50.
I know. It was about... Let me take the sticker off. It was $1.50. I'm not much of a reader, but I like comic strips. And that's one of the first places I go. They have a humor section in the book section. And I like to go to the humor section. I like to go to the sex section because I love reading about relationships and books on that nature. I like the cookbook section and the recovery section, as they say. But I found this, and it's called Peanuts Treasury. And you see there's a little Snoopy at the bottom. And it's a book full of black and white Peanuts. Here's the title page. Check that out.
That's pretty
awesome. But like little peanut comic strips throughout the whole thing.
You kind of remind me of like the teacher that's like, all right, class, we're going to read page 1, and then they turn it around so the class can see the picture.
I am a teacher, so yeah. This is something I do all the time. Read it and then turn it around, or I hold it like this. I'm like, hey, So yeah, what is that?
Some kind of plastic piece. I'm not really sure what that is.
Came out of there. But anyway, so that's mine. I was so excited.
$1.50. Now I want to go on about this. Now here's the thing. We did spend some hefty credit on a couple of these items, but over the past 2 days, I have gotten every Kevin Smith movie up through Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. So I picked up the 10th anniversary Clerks DVD for $11.95, which it is amazing. Like you actually open it up, and it's got that. You fold it open, and
that's
it's like
nice.
All like 3 discs. I have no clue. It's actually the theatrical feature, the first cut, which was like the one before they changed anything. I think that actually has the alternate ending on it.
Probably, I would say.
Before the editing, this is what he originally envisioned the movie to be, and then this is what made it. So I would like to see the first cut at some point.
That would be awesome.
We're going to have to watch that. Bonus features. And then there's a little book in here. I'm not even going to bother opening it up, but it's pretty cool. It's got a bunch of scans and stuff of his original like notes and his budget. Like he maxed out a crap ton of credit cards to be able to make this movie. And it ended up paying off in the biggest way. So, awesome. Clerks, $11.95.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, that was kind of high, but
it is high, but it's worth it. If we had bought that brand new, there's no way we would have paid $11.95 for that.
It would have been a $40 DVD.
I was fixing to say it'd be at least $25 to $35.
Yeah. Next, in order of their release, Mallrats, $2.95. Pretty cool. Comes with everything. The book's still in there. Love that. Anybody I'm not even gonna say what these movies are about, because if you're watching our channel,
you know.
Chances are you know.
You know.
If not, Google is your friend. Chasing Amy. That's another amazing movie. That was next in that universe. Dogma. I have never seen Dogma.
I've never watched it either.
It's in a big box set. 2-disc box set.
Nice.
Cannot wait to see this movie at some point soon. The box is a little dinged up. Actually has a little chunk, but where else are you going to find that, you know? And then, of course, for 95 cents, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. How much did I pay for Dogma? $4.95?
What?
$4.95?
I think $4.95 or $3.95, one or the other. I think it was $4.95.
For 95 cents, ended up getting Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And it has everything in it.
That's the thing about McKays. They
2-disc.
have a lot of good movies you can get from 95 cents to $2.
And these are like good movies that you really want to watch.
It's just what it is the reason they're so cheap is because there's plenty of them. You see them all the time. They come in all the time. But still.
Next up, this was my personal pick today. Raised in Arizona. It's a Coen Brothers film.
Yeah.
It's by the same people that made Our Brother Where Art Thou, the same people that made The Big Lebowski. This was my first ever Coen Brothers film that I ever saw. It might be their first film.
It might be.
I'm not really... It doesn't say that. But it's got Nicolas Cage, Holly Hunter in it. An amazing movie. If you've not seen Raised in Arizona, check it out. It's got John Goodman in it as well.
That's pretty good. It's a pretty good movie.
Oh,
God.
I got this, like, specifically... this is my favorite Cheech and Chong movie, Still Smoking, where they go to Amsterdam and to like a film festival. They end up turning it into like a live performance in Europe. And this is basically a greatest hits, live action greatest hits of all their stuff. Like it's not stage, it's like in the environment, you know, like it's really good stuff.
Uh-oh. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I actually forgot about getting this one. This was another $11.95 movie, but another Kevin Smith movie. It's called Tusk. One of the most unique, weird Kevin Smith movies ever created, about a guy who ends up getting captured, kidnapped by this guy out in the wilderness, and the guy attempts to turn him into a walrus. I actually remember listening to Kevin Smith's podcast and following him on Twitter and Facebook while he was coming up with the idea for this movie. So this is one of those movies that I'm like, this is actually, there was a time in my life where, even though Kevin Smith is one of my favorite directors, I started looking at his work like, holy crap, dude, why are you making this garbage now? Like, you know, let's spend more time on the Clerks stuff, the Mallrats stuff. Let's get Clerks 3 off the ground. Let's make the Mallrats TV series that never happened, even though they had a script written and people lined up to do it. And I was like, let's don't worry about this. Let's worry about that. But I actually sat down, bit the bullet one night. It was on Netflix. I watched it, and I was like, well, I was wrong. It was a good movie.
Yeah. This is one of my personal favorite movies, Silver Linings Playbook. It's got Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper, who I dearly love.
That's all right. Jennifer Lawrence is going to marry me one day, so.
Well, if she don't marry me first, so.
We'll move to Utah. It's all legal.
Anyway, To my favorite people that act in this movie. This movie's really good.
Doesn't that have Robert De Niro in it?
Yes.
He's like the father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
How much was that?
95 cents.
Holy crap!
Yeah, to me it was a really good buy.
Didn't that win an Academy Award?
It did.
Yeah, because I remember it being a really good movie.
Let's see. Well, I'm pretty sure it did.
That was one of the first movies that I watched of hers. I was like, you know what? She could be something more
she got Best Actress.
Yeah.
Jennifer
I was like,
Lawrence
she
in
could be
this one.
something other than a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, Hunger Games.
Basically, this movie is like, they meet each other after he separates from a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Basically, their crazies mesh well together.
Yeah.
Because they both have, bipolar, I think. And so, I like it.
I've only seen this movie one time, but I really did like it.
Yeah.
I really just, I need, this is another one of those movies I need to check out again.
Yeah, definitely.
What is this?
Oh, this one you picked out.
I got this because it has Jack Nicholson, Kathy Bates, about Schmidt. This is one of those really underrated movies.
I've never watched this one myself.
Basically, it's about Jack Nicholson plays a guy who, him and his wife, he's finally retired. Him and his wife have saved up. They've got their finances in order. They have this really nice Winnebago. They're going to go out on the country. They're going to go cross country. They're going to, live out their retirement together. And the night before they're getting ready to leave on their first trip, his wife dies.
Oh, no.
And so he ends up
horrible.
living by himself for a few weeks. And, of course, his house goes to crap and everything. And he's just moping around, doing his old man thing. And there was he ends up, his daughter is about to marry this guy. Mm-hmm. And he goes with her to the guy's family's house. And Kathy Bates plays the guy's mother. And she's a really just flamboyant at least Kathy Bates. She doesn't even have to act.
Oh my gosh.
And it's actually known for having, I think, the only nude scene by Kathy Bates in it. He's actually in a hot tub. After everybody goes to bed, he's relaxing in the hot tub outside. And Kathy Bates walks out. You mind if I join you? And he's like, no. And she just drops the robe off and gets in the hot tub with him. And he's like freaking out, like, oh, God, what do I do?
That's funny. That is hilarious.
This is one that I've been wanting to own for several years now.
What is
and
that?
Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. One of my favorite movies. I almost wish I had the unrated version, but the R-rated version's all right. This is basically a parody of Johnny Cash Walk the Line. But John C. Reilly does an amazing job. He's a really good singer, actually.
Yeah.
You've seen this?
I've seen it, yeah.
It is an amazingly funny movie. But it has that really stupid, over-the-top humor.
It does.
But it's
it's
funny.
An alright movie. It's not my favorite by him, but it's pretty good.
Oh, I'll say, his favorite movie of mine is Boogie Nights.
Of course.
Of course, he was like a supporting actor in that.
Yeah.
But there was one of the scenes in this one that really make me laugh is whenever he's about to record his first hit, and he basically ends up in the studio with this group of guys that he's never met, and the guy's like, "All right," he's like, because he sings like, I think that's Amore.
Yeah.
And he does a horrible job. They're like, no, we're not going to sign you. He's like, well, can you give me one more chance, sir? And he's like, yeah, I'll give you one more chance if you can make this one song right now with these men that you've never met, then we'll sign you. And as soon as he starts playing the song, the guys that he's with already know the backup vocals and everything.
Oh, that's great. It's been a minute, but yeah.
I love that movie. I'll let you do this one, even though I am a huge Johnny Cash fan.
Oh, even though you picked it out, but okay. No matter to me. Whatever.
Yeah, you've seen it.
I have seen this one. I can't believe you found this for 95 cents.
Yep.
Well, this one's Walk the Line.
Which is amazing because, oh my God, if we put them together, they become a super DVD.
They do. Oh, it's got Reese Witherspoon in it.
And Joaquin Phoenix. I love him and everything he does.
Yes. There ain't much to say about this one.
It's a Johnny Cash biopic. They did a very good job. Joaquin Phoenix did an amazing job as the voice of Johnny Cash.
It was done very well.
It was done very well. It was done tastefully. Mm-hmm. It was by a man. I have read in its entirety Johnny Cash's autobiography. And so I know just about everything there is to know about the man. Been a major Johnny Cash fan from his beginning all the way up to his death. Mm-hmm. He did a lot of folk rock type stuff in the later years, last 10 to 20 years of his career, from the 90s through the 2000s. And this did an amazing job of compressing everything that he was into a 2-hour time slot.
It really did.
Yeah. I mean, granted, there's always stories that's going to be left out.
It's like right up there with Ray. I know you've never watched that.
Never have.
But it's amazing. It's just as good. A lot of people rave about that one.
I will say, I love Walk the Line. I've only seen it one time. And believe it, like, I watched it when it first came out. And it was one of those deals where I was still kind of heavy-hearted over Johnny Cash passing away. So I watched it once, and that was pretty much it. I really need to watch it again.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I remember how good this was. What's up next?
Ooh, I love that one.
Take it away.
This is The Uninvited. It's one of my favorite scary movies of all time. And it's funny because, like, for the longest time, I couldn't remember the name.
Yeah.
And, like, I would be like, hey, you see this movie where, like, this girl and, like, her mom gets caught in a fire and yada, yada,
It's
yada.
hard to describe the movie without giving away the twist ending.
Yes.
So...
You know, and they thought she was crazy. But, yeah. And they'd be like, oh, that is The Uninvited. I was like, oh, yes, that's it.
Yes.
And I believe you and I had the same conversation.
This movie is...
It's one of my
favorites. This movie's in my top 25 kind of horror films.
This is probably my top 10.
Well, it wasn't really a horror film.
It's creepy.
It's a psychological thriller.
It is because, well, they market it as a scary movie.
Yeah.
Because, spoiler alert.
No.
Oh, yeah. Why?
Don't give away the ending.
Why?
Because just...
You're ridiculous.
Because there's a lot of people who have never even heard of this movie, and I don't want them spoiled.
Oh my God.
On this, just
Never mind.
trust me.
Put that
the
up.
Twist ending.
Put it up. I ain't talking about it no more.
The twist ending.
You need to watch it.
Is amazing. Watch this. After this video's over, go and watch that movie.
Lord, this was Joseph's pick.
It was Joseph's pick. Jeepers
Creepers.
And I've never seen the first one, but I thought the second one was one of my favorite horror films.
I combined the two into one. Like, I had thought I hadn't watched the second one, and then you described a scene from the second one, and I was like, no, I have watched that. I've seen both. I didn't really particularly care for them.
Is it the same creature
They're
in
okay.
both?
Yes, it is the same creature in both.
The giant bat thing?
Yeah. It is the same creature in both. And that's why, I think I would appreciate it more now. I'm willing to watch it again now.
Yeah. Perhaps.
Because at the time, I was like, this is a long, drawn-out version of Tales from the Crypt. Like...
Okay.
But anyway.
What is this?
That's another one of Joseph's picks. Yeah.
Insidious Chapter 2. I've only ever seen Chapter 1. And supposedly soon we're supposed to be going to see another one.
Yeah, we need to catch you up.
I've only seen the first one.
Yeah, we need to catch you up so we can go see the fourth one that's coming out.
Insidious?
It literally picks up where the first one leaves off. I was telling Lonnie, Insidious is like one of my favorite modern franchises.
Okay, I keep getting this mixed up with The Conjuring.
Okay, have you seen the first one?
Which one had the creepy nun painting?
I'm pretty sure that was The Conjuring.
The Conjuring 2.
Yes.
Did you see The Conjuring 2?
I did.
It was where the woman was in the attic and she sees the shadow. One of the creepiest scenes in freaking cinema history.
Well, the thing is like, because Tammy and I have the same discussion, is like she gets both of those franchises confused too. I think the same dude's in both of them.
Okay.
And that's why. Because I feel like I looked it up and that's what it is.
Possibly.
But anyway.
Okay. Next up, yes, this is finally
yours.
This is the final DVD of the haul, and in my opinion, one of my favorite yet most underrated movies of, I want to say, the last 10 years. Yeah, 2012. This movie came out in 2012. Once again, Julianne Moore, big fan of hers. I have like the biggest crush on her. Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Scarlett Johansson. The movie is Don John. Not a lot of people have heard of this movie. I found this movie on like either Netflix or Amazon or something. It was one of those movies that was only on there for a few months, and then it was gone. He is basically a guy who has really major issues being able to have a relationship with someone because he has like a porn addiction. And then he ends up in this really unrealistic relationship with a woman played by Scarlett Johansson. She has very unrealistic expectations of him and is like a really jealous type, that kind of thing. And so while he's just kind of riding that out, he meets Julianne Moore at like a night college class, and they kind of end up becoming a thing. And she's older and she's more understanding as to what makes relationships work, and she knows how to work with him on his issues. And he ends up actually becoming more intimate with her.
Gotcha.
As opposed to, and it's, God,
it's a really good movie.
I don't normally go for movies like this, but this movie is in my top 10.
It spoke to you on some sort of level.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's basically me in a movie.
Anyway.
But anyway, yeah.
I've seen this.
Hey, Logan. You want to come over?
He's been hanging out the whole time over there.
I know. You want to come over here with us?
Nah, I think he just wants to hang out.
He's just at a camera.
Yeah, I know. And you know if you get up there and turn it, he'll jump down. So there's not even a point. He's over there trying to go to sleep.
Anyway, really good. I mean, we probably ended up spending, $50 altogether on these?
Well, how much credit did you have?
40, no, like 38.
You had 38 in credit, and I spent $12.
So right at $50.
Yeah.
Hey there, Logan.
Hey, buddy.
Logan has arrived. Logan's here.
And he was like, no, don't touch me. Alright, anyway.
Alright. Well, anyway, that's it for the McKays finds. I don't even know what we're going to call this video, but it'll have a good title, I promise. Anyway, I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
And this is Logan.
Logan.
And we are Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux out of Hickson, Tennessee. This has been our McKays finds. Awesome DVDs. Cool Peanuts Treasury book. And it's been a good weekend. Thanks for watching. Everybody have a good rest of the day.